We're just looking at the papers in relation to the proposed strike bans, in particular ambulance workers and NHS staff, and how it's being reported. Here the iPaper details the government's plans to hinder union strike action. Of course, the Daily Mail are using it as a rod to beat the Labour Party with, instead of questioning why workers feel the need to strike. But it's the Times that opens up an interesting point, with this headline that says every week 1,000 people are dying unnecessarily because of the strain on the NHS. Why it's interesting? Well, let's go to this interview with Grant Shapps and Emily Maitlis on Newsagent's podcast, because Maitlis blows a hole in this idea for the need to restrict unions in order that they provide a minimum service.
But if you have the highest category problems, someone having a heart attack or perhaps broken bones, stroke, it seems proper, and indeed is done elsewhere, that you should still be able to get an ambulance in that situation. Countries like France and Germany, Spain, Italy, and elsewhere already have minimum safety levels in place. In fact, we're the outlier for not having those.
Can I just delicately point out the flaw in the argument is that at the moment, you can't get an ambulance, you can't get health workers, you can't get beds in hospitals. There's no point in suggesting that it's the strikes that are causing this problem. It's not. It's the shortages. That's why the strikes are happening, because, quite frankly, the staff can't cope as it is. Honestly, Grant, it's not lists though. It's not waiting times. It's literally having to spend the night on your floor because the ambulance doesn't come because there aren't enough people, having to sit in a hospital car park or on a hospital chair because you haven't got enough people there. These aren't like operation waiting times where you might be able to go about your daily life. These are literally A&E desperate times.
Basically, the NHS is on its knees now and can't provide the level of service that's even deemed adequate. One of the points that's often omitted from coverage of the strikes is that most are not just about money, but are to do with the concerns over health and safety and ensuring quality.